Hey guys, thanks for sticking with me for part two. This is going to be the last of all the new records I've acquired in the last month or so. And did all the jazz, so this would be all the non-jazz, ranging from, all the crazy stuff I listen to. And most of these are really good. Most of these are, the same sources as before. Some thrift stores, some, store credited Amoeba, which is always good. Found some really good stuff that I'm happy to share. So I'm just going to get right into it because there's a pretty big stack. Like usual, again, there's no rhyme or reason to, what I buy. I just buy what I think I'm going to like, and then if I really don't like something, I will get rid of it. But I'm definitely being more careful about, condition and, that mainly just trying to be as, thrifty as I can, because money's a little tight. But I think I did pretty well. If you agree, leave a comment. Here's what we're listening to right now. This is Ravi Shankar, India's master musician. This came from World Pacific Records, and it's from like 1958, and it's really good. It's got the tabla, the tambora, that sort of thing. The only other thing I knew by him was he's on the George Harrison Bangladesh concert, and that was probably my favorite thing about that concert. So I was happy to check this guy out. I really like this stuff. If you want to drone, go to India or buy Ravi Shankar records. Moving right along, here's Taj Mahal. This is a nice, cheap purchase. It's like $2. Taj Mahal's first album on Columbia. This isn't the original copy, because that would be the 2i label. This is from, like, early 70s. Anyway, this is good stuff. Bluesy rock. And these next two were thrift store things, $1 each, so, it wasn't breaking the bank. This next guy I actually didn't own anything by, and not because I, hate him or anything. I just was wary of picking up his music. It's Elvis Presley from Elvis in Memphis, and I gotta say this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. I really like the band, the backing band. They don't list who played on it, but whatever Memphis group he got was pretty damn good. And it's a nice clean copy. And this one has In the Ghetto, which probably the most famous song off here. So yeah, clean copy, only $1, and music's pretty good. So I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not about to run out and get it every single record by him, but nice. It's a nice pickup. I got it because it was also the one that people seem to rave about the most. So figure see what all the fuss is about. This next one is the other $1 bin find. Grateful Dead, In the Dark. This is the comeback album. I actually really like the Grateful Dead. Some of their stuff. This album in particular isn't all that great, and this glare is getting annoying. But it was a nice shape. I do like Touch of Grey, which is a good song. There's a couple other good songs, so it's like your typical comeback album that isn't really all that great, but. It was worth $1, definitely. This next one is sort of a lost classic, kind of, sort of, maybe not really. John Phillips from the Mamas and the Papas. It's good singer-songwriter stuff. It didn't blow me away or anything, but the fur coat is really nice, especially on the back here. And he looks so happy. So, yeah, it was good. Not a masterpiece, but definitely a good record. This next one is very good. This is Fairport Convention. If you like the folky stuff, this camera's getting a little movable on me. But yeah, Fairport Convention, really, really great. Folk rock. It's like folk and it's rock. And Richard Thompson is still on here. I think this was the last record he did with the group. And again, I'll say it again, I love Richard Thompson. Like, his guitar playing just always does it for me. The song Sloth would be the thing to check out if you're unconvinced. It's a really clean copy, too. on A&M. And I mean, I don't even like guitar solos very much, but I will always listen to a guitar solo from Richard Thompson any day of the week. This next guy I'm gonna butcher because he's not American. Milton Nascimento, something like that. It's Clube de Esquina 2. And Volume 1, if you are unaware, is like one of the best records ever. So get Volume 1. Get Volume 2 as well, because Volume 2 is awesome. But I just love this. You know, this is Brazilian pop music, you know, from the 70s. I think this came out in like 78 or 79. This is actual Brazilian pressing too, I believe. On the pretty sure it is. Yeah, this is what the label looks like. Odeon or Odeon. Anyway, I just love how like this stuff is arranged. There's always so many instruments and just awesome. Love this record. But yeah, Volume 1 is even better. Volume 1 is just a masterpiece. Okay, so now we're doing some reggae. Excuse me, I should have some water here. Doing too much talking. Nice to pick these up. These are all really cheap. 2 of these are actually thrift store finds, which really surprised me. Not the same one, though. 2 different thrifts. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Survival. Really, really good, underrated record. This is what my Island label looks like. Maybe yours looks a little different. But yeah, I really like this one. This is almost completing my Bob Marley collection. I'm still missing the live albums and I think Confrontation I'm missing too. But yeah, really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed this one too. Sorry about that. Leighton Kwesi Johnson, Bass Culture. Yeah, this is a really cool album. Cool cover too. I like the stairs. I like everything about this. And this is basically dub poetry. It's him talking, reciting poetry over reggae backing. And I know that doesn't make it sound like a super awesome thing, but it's really good. It's a good record. Last but not least, this was like $5 at Amoeba. Black Uhuru with Red, and this is really good too. Not quite as good as the other 2, but still good. This is Mango Records, and again, super clean copy. Very happy to pick up. And yeah, Sly and Robbie, bass and drums. You know, you can't go wrong with those 2 guys as a rhythm section. Okay, so now we're in a more experimental side of rock, and these next 2 are really good. Art Bears, are you kidding me? Winter Songs, so good. I've raved about Fred Frith on another video of mine when I got one of his albums, and yeah, he just kills it here. This is one of his many bands. Art Bears. This is it's an original copy on Ralph Records. Really cool. And it comes with the official Buy or Die inner sleeve. Yeah, Buy or Die inner sleeve. They're not messing around. This is what the label looks like. So clean, this record. So happy to get this. I will confess that this may be his weirdest project. I mean, it's a tough call, but there were some things on here that even for me, I had to be like, oh, this is gonna take a few listens, but I love this stuff. I love this next band too, that also has Fred Frith in it. So there's the first nice segue I've probably done. But this is a trio with Frith, Bill Laswell, and Fred Maher, and this is a really good record that came out in like 1981, and it's sort of like abrasive, almost like math rockish. This came out on the Celluloid. Oh no, this came out yeah, it did come out in 1981. This is what the Celluloid label looks like. I assume this is an original copy, although I can't be 100% sure. This was really cheap too, like $5, so really happy to get those. Now these next 3 are Philip Glass. I got all 3 of these turned up at a thrift store. Someone was giving away their collection. This one is Glassworks, 1982. This one is Songs from Liquid Days, and this one is The Photographer. All 3 are in really good shape. I like this one the most, Glassworks. And then The Photographer is pretty good. And then this one I didn't really care for at all, just because it's like, it's almost like, well, he's got singers and sort of like him doing pop music, but you know, glassified. So, but I only gave it one listen, so you know, I won't give up. But yeah, Philip Glass is sort of, he's not my favorite. He is what he is. You know, let's put it that way. Here's the Pale Fountains, another nice find. Another band I didn't really know too much about. I just heard some good things, and this is pretty good stuff. It's kind of smooth, kind of jazzy. I mean, it's not smooth jazz at all, but it's sort of like that. It's a sophisticated pop music. A little maybe Roxy music, like Avalon, kind of reminded me of a little bit. Again, I don't know anything else about this band at all, so just happy to pick it up for cheap. Here's a little metal. I'm not a big metal guy, but even I can vouch for this one. Megadeth, Peace Sells, but who's buying? Yeah, the cover's pretty epic on here. Yeah, and the music's not too bad either. And again, you know, thrash metal's not my forte, but every now and then, if I see something like this really cheap, and this was like, I think $4. So you know, I'll pick it up. I got a few Metallica records too. That's about it. Oh, and Metal Church. I have a Metal Church record too. So there's 2 left. We're almost done. Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians. Always happy to pick up his stuff. Elemental Light is the name of this one from 1986. Relativity Records, and it's more good music. You know, from Robin Hitchcock. If You Were a Priest is probably the best song on here. That or Airscape. You know, good stuff. If you know what Robin Hitchcock is, I don't have to explain it. And last but not least, a record by a band I really should have more of. Unfortunately, I don't. Echo and the Bunnymen. Just some good solid post-punk here. A lot of times I'll see, you know, copies of their stuff, but for some reason, record stores around here charge like 10 or 12 or sometimes like $15 a pop, and I don't know, it's, you know, if you hold out, sometimes you can get the same record for cheaper. And I did find a copy at actually Half Price Books, which usually doesn't, the Half Price Books in my area doesn't have a lot of good records usually, but every now and then they'll get something in. And this was like $6. It's like 5 or 6, so really happy to get that. And that's it. So thanks for sticking with me on all these records. Definitely going to be spinning the Fred Fritz stuff again really soon. And this is, if I didn't mention it, we're hearing Ravi Shankar right now. So that's that. I'll try to get some more videos going, and thank you so much for watching, commenting, subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. And, alright. Take care, guys.